right, you know what time it is. Live from the Bare Muscle Garage, it's time for season finale week with Fit Crew. What do we got in store for you today? Let's go ahead and share this on screen. So we are kicking off season finale week with a nice long sweat fest for you. We're going to be doing a 20-minute AMRAP. That's as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes of 20 calories on the bike, 15 deadlifts, and 10 box jump overs. And we may be looking at this thinking, I don't have a bike. Even if I did, this seems kind of long and kind of crazy. Don't worry, guys. As always, we're going to warm up really well. And we're going to go through all the options that will allow you to do this workout or your version of it, right where you are, using what you have and doing what you can. But let's go ahead and start this general warm-up. Here we go. Let's get some arm circles going back, arm circles back. And as you know, my name is Coach Chris. I am a level 3 CrossFit trainer, which means I've logged thousands of hours over many years, helping many people just like you live their best life through health and fitness. Let's move on to arms across the chest. Hug yourself, love yourself. One of the ways I've been privileged to help you guys live your best life is through Habit Master Coaching. And we offer Habit Master Health Coaching to help you out with your habits and to really listen to the details of your life and help you to come up with solutions to incorporate these healthy habits into your life. We also have Habit Master Private Training, which is where an awesome eagle-eyed coach watches you and gives you personalized recommendations and modifications that help you to reach your goals. Let's move on to the wrist wave here, and let's hear from one of our awesome Habit Master coaches, Coach D, Twin One. Go ahead and say your name, where you're from. What do you appreciate about our coaching system? How have you benefited from coaching?
Hi, I'm Denise in New York. I really like our system because we help people to see that their goals are reachable. A lot of people come into our program and they think that they come in a little scared. And so when I talk to them and they make sure, assure them it's okay. We take things little by little. They light up. So I like to see that and help them realize that they can reach their goals. And then it's definitely helped me. I've made changes slowly but surely, and they're more concrete. So I've been able to succeed and reach certain goals. And I'm going to continue to do so because this program has made sure that I've been able to do that. So I really, really like it.
Spoken like a true coach. So thank you so much, Coach D. Let's go ahead and move on to some high knees. High knees into chest, or if it works better, we could do some high elbows like this. And while we're doing this, let's hear from Mighty Mouse. Go ahead, say your name, where you're from, and how does Habit Master Coaching help you to stay on track?
Hi, my name is Felicia from Georgia. The Habit Master channel, it helped me to stay on track because I get reminders on certain things like sleep, how to prepare meals, but also I like the semi private coaching I get, because if I was doing the workouts by myself, I wouldn't have no one to see me, what how I need to do my form, or maybe I done did that particular movement long enough. I need to change it up and do something else with more weight. So with having that private coaching, it helps me to envelop and do more to get more strength, and then doing the same thing over and over.
And it is a pleasure to see your progress. Thank you for being so coachable, and thank you for giving it your all in this program. Let's go ahead and move on to some calf raises. Up on the toe, back on the heel, up on the toe, back on the heel. Or if it works better, we can do some wrist extensions like this. And while we're doing this, let's hear from Deb. Go ahead and say your name, where you're from, and how does Habit Master Coaching help you to stay on track?
My name is Deb, and I'm from Connecticut. Habit Master Coaching has helped me. I've had a number of coaching, basically a lot further for eating. You know, we all eat wrong, or we think we eat wrong. That's what it is. We think we eat wrong. There's a lot of different diets out there, so you get to find out, you know, what diets scientifically work and what don't. You get a lot of fake news out there. So you get Habit Master Coaching helps you sift through all the stuff, helps you to uh, know what vitamins you need or what you don't need, if you need any at all. And the times that you eat, I love that. I love that I wasn't necessarily eating wrong. It was just the times that I was eating wasn't good for me. And so Habit Master Coaching personalizes, you know, your eating habits and what's best for you. And so it's always good. So thanks, coaches.
And thank you, Deb. And let's go ahead and move on to some jumping jacks. Or we can do some stepping jacks if we want low impact. And so Habit Master Coaching is the best way to get what you individually need out of this program. And if you want to know more about that, please click that link that's in this video, or feel free to message me directly for details. Let's go ahead and take a break from this warm-up, guys, and we're going to move on to the activation phase, which is where we're going to do a couple different moves that are going to help us to get specifically ready for today's workout. So the first thing we're going to do is glute bridges. And let's go ahead and have Twin 1 demonstrate 2 glute bridges for us. And if we're doing this from the seated position, then the glute bridges are going to be reverse chest flies like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 glute bridges together. So on the glute bridge, we are laying on our back, pulling the feet in super close to those hips, and we are squeezing the glutes, getting the hips higher and higher each rep. And we want to think fast up, hold the top, slow on the way back down. And so good job here on these glute bridges. Next, we're going to roll over and do some stepping mountain climbers. Let's go ahead and have Twin 1 demonstrate 2 reps on each leg for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then each mountain climber is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 mountain climbers together. So it could be that doing this off the ground may be a bit of a challenge for us, in which case we could do this off of an inclined surface. And let's have Twin 1 demonstrate here. So on this mountain climber, we're going to have those hands on either a sofa, on a counter, or even off the wall. And we're going to get those knees up to the elbow, just going back and forth like this, doing just the mountain climber for now. But if we're doing this off the ground as prescribed, then we're getting those hands on the ground, taking a nice big step forward, slightly out to the side for stability, getting all the way down, keeping those hips nice and low throughout the movement. And so good job here on these mountain climbers. Next, we're going to do some plank shoulder taps. And let's go ahead and have Twin 1 demonstrate 2 plank shoulder taps on each side for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the plank shoulder tap is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 plank shoulder taps together. So similar to that mountain climber, it could be that doing this off the ground is a bit hard on that wrist, in which case we could do this off of an inclined surface, just like we see Deb doing over here. This could be off of a counter, off a sofa, or even off the wall. but we're going to shift the weight and tap the opposite shoulder from an inclined plank position. But if we're doing this off the ground as prescribed, we're keeping the shoulders and hips square with the ground, shifting that weight, tapping the opposite side. And so good job here on these plank shoulder taps. Next, we're going to warm up the calves. Let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 reps of the dynamic calf stretch on each side. And if we're doing this from the seated position, then we're actually going to do some dynamic elbows like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 dynamic calves on each side. Now, similar to those mountain climbers and plank shoulder taps, it could be that doing this off the ground is a bit hard on those wrists, in which case we could do this off of an inclined surface, just like we see Deb doing here. We're going to be in an inclined pike position, bending the one knee, pulling that back heel into the ground. But if we are doing this off the ground as prescribed, we are piking those hips up, bending the one knee, pulling that back heel into the ground, going back and forth like this. And so good job here on the dynamic calf. Next, we got some good mornings. Let's go ahead and have Deb demonstrate 2 good mornings for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the good mornings are going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 good mornings together. So a couple things to keep in mind here. We're going to fold those arms across the chest, and we're going to initiate by sending those hips back and getting that chest to just about parallel with the ground. And then we're going to squeeze those glutes until we get all the way back up to a fully standing, locked out position with those shoulders back at the top. And so good job here on these good mornings. And finally, here in the activation phase, we're going to do some step overs. And let's go ahead and have Deb demonstrate 2 step overs for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the step over is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 step overs together. So a couple things to keep in mind here on the step over. We want to have a nice sturdy surface that we feel comfortable stepping up onto and perhaps potentially jumping up onto if our circumstances allow us to jump. So this object should not move whether we are stepping or jumping up onto it. Now it could be that our setup doesn't allow us to step down on the other side, just like we see twin one doing here, stepping up and then stepping down to the side. Or if we need to just do step ups and step back in the same direction, such as in the case of stairs or a step ladder or something along those lines, then that is another option for us as well. But good job here on these step overs, whatever our circumstances allow. Well, that is it for the activation phase. Now we're going to move on to the movement prep, which is where we're going to practice specifically the 3 moves that we are doing in today's workout. The first move is going to be the bike. So preferably if you happen to have an air bike, such as an assault bike or a rogue echo bike, what I'd like you to do is to hop on that bike and to do a 1 minute test to see how many calories you can get in that minute. But most of us don't have these machines. We're the machines. We're going to do a body weight modification for the bike, which is a combination of mountain climbers and plank shoulder taps. One mountain climber and plank shoulder tap on each side equals a calorie on our body weight bike. And let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 calories on this body weight bike. That was 1. That was 2. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then each calorie is going to look like this. That was 1. That was 2. So let's all join in here and let's all do 5 calories on our body weight bike. So it could be that, hey, I was doing those incline mountain climbers and plank shoulder taps. We can continue to do that here if needed, just like we see Deb doing. We're going to do an incline knee to elbow, followed by an incline plank shoulder tap on each side. And we're going to keep counting those calories the same way. Knee, knee, tap, tap. But if we're doing it from the ground as prescribed, then a couple things to keep in mind. Notice how twin one is now jumping these out. We definitely want to jump as much of these as we can, stepping as needed. If we need to step all of them due to our circumstances or joint situation, then that's fine. We can step all these out. But if we can jump some of these at least, that would be ideal. But good job here on the bike. The second move we are doing in today's workout is deadlifts. So let's go ahead and grab your broomstick and let's look on as twin one demonstrates 2 deadlifts for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the deadlift is going to look like this. So let's all join in and let's do 10 deadlifts together. So the deadlift is nothing more than the most functional way to pick something up from the ground. And a couple things to keep in mind on this deadlift. We want the feet close together underneath the hips. We're going to get those hips super low, chest up, shoulders back, and we are looking straight ahead. We're going to take a deep breath in and brace that core as we drive the ground away, getting to a fully standing, locked out position at the top, and then bracing that core, taking a deep breath in, squeezing that belly on the way down as well. So good job here on these deadlifts. And the last move we're doing in today's workout is box jump overs. And let's look on as twin one demonstrates 2 box jump overs for us. So notice how she is stepping down to the side to recreate the box jump over stimulus. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then what I'd like you to do is to grab a light dumbbell, and the box jump over from the seated position is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 reps of the box jump over together. Now it could be that jumping is just not for us, in which case we can certainly do those step overs that we were doing before. And let's have twin one remind us what a couple step overs or step ups would look like. We're going to get both feet up and then step down either back in the same direction if we need to, or step to the side if we need to. But we are most definitely getting all the way up. And then we don't necessarily have to come to full extension on this step over, but we are getting both feet onto that object. But if we are jumping, then a couple things to keep in mind. Let's make sure that the object is strong and sturdy, as in it's not going to move, and that we feel comfortable with the height of that object as well. If we need to jump to a lower object, then that's completely fine. Even if we need to jump to something as low as one step riser or a weight plate, that is at least getting us some jumping practice if we are in a position to jump based on our joint situation and whatever the case. So good job here on these step overs or jumps, whichever is better for us. Well, now it's ramp up time. If you've been earning badges and you'd like to add some weight to do either the scaled, intermediate, or RX weight in today's workout, then let's start to gradually add some weight, doing at least 5 deadlifts at a time, adding a little bit of weight each time until we get to the weight that we want to use for the workout. But if we have not been earning badges, or we're just getting back into this after a long time off, then please, let's not add any weight. That super light weight we were just using in the warm-up is going to be more than enough for us today. It's very important that we have the right form and consistency with all our habits before we've earned the right to add or reintroduce intensity, such as by adding weight or going fast. And whether we're adding weight or not, let's pay close attention to the following checklist. Number 1, please make sure your device is fully charged or plugged in so we can get through this whole workout without losing you. Number 2, let's grab some water. Let's take a sip. And let's make sure we got our water nearby so we can take a sip as needed all throughout the workout. Number 3, I'm going to give everyone a 3, 2, 1, go countdown. And that's how you can synchronize your timer with mine if you choose to use one. Number 4, music. Super important. It's so important. I don't want you to listen to my music. I want you to listen to your music. You can blast your music as loud as you want, as long as you can still hear me helping you throughout the workout. And lastly, how are we keeping track of these rounds? This is 20 minutes. Sweat's going to be flying. Barbells are going to be lifting. We're going to be up and down all over the place. It's going to be easy to forget how much work we're getting done. So let's have some type of system to keep track of all this craziness. The best way is having the workout written down close by. So if you're a teacher's pet, I want to see those whiteboards on screen here. And we're about to take this teacher's pet picture. So here we go, guys. Teacher's pet picture. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm going to bring the workout back on screen one more time, and then we'll get going. So in just about a minute, we're going to start this timer. And we're about to do this 20-minute workout of 20 calories on the bike, 15 deadlifts, 10 box jump overs. Now, most of us are going to be doing the 20 sets of the mountain climbers and plank shoulder taps on each side for the 20-calorie bike. And so let's remember to jump or step as needed, or maybe do it off the incline if we need to. Let's pick the option that's good for us on that. If we do happen to have a bike, we are looking for this bike to take us no more than about 90 seconds to 2 minutes at the most, even as we get tired. And so if we need to scale those calories down to 15 or even 12 in order to get that done in less than 90 seconds in the first round, that's going to be a good way for us to, that's going to be a good number for us to shoot for. On these deadlifts, let's make sure we are not adding weight unless we've been earning badges. And we're looking for these deadlifts to fly pretty well, at least quick sets of 5, if not, maybe even unbroken if possible. And on these box jump overs, safety, safety, safety first. Let's make sure we are using an object that is sturdy and does not move, and that we feel comfortable with the height. Even if we have to go down to jumping on a 2-inch plate or something along those lines, that is at least getting some jumping practice in. But if jumping is just not good for us in our joints, we can do those step ups or step overs, certainly. So your score is going to be the amount of rounds you get done in these 20 minutes of the 20 mountain climber plank shoulder taps, the 15 deadlifts, and the 10 box jump overs. So if you are good to go, give me a thumbs up over here and we'll get this started. I'm going to highlight twin 1 to get us going. So here we go, guys. 20 minutes. 20 mountain climber plank shoulder taps, 15 deadlifts, and 10 box jump overs. Starting in 10 seconds. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And we are off on these mountain climber plank shoulder taps. 20 on each side, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, tap, tap, 20 sets of that, whether we're doing it off the ground, off of the incline, or Mighty Mouse doing some adaptive competition level movements here, some wheelchair turnarounds, and she's gotten a personalized modification that's going to help her to challenge herself, but keep within the stimulus that we're looking for. But nice work here. Let's breathe. Let's push. Looking to get through these 20 in just about 90 seconds time. I'm trying to keep up that pace all throughout. And we are hitting 20 sets of the step, step, tap, tap. Deb, already done with those 20. Picking up that bar, about to move on to these deadlifts. Getting those hips low, standing up, getting the shoulders back at the top. Mighty Mouse almost done with the bike. Twin 1, almost done with the bike. Working our way through this, guys. And Mighty Mouse up and at him, out of the seat, about to do these deadlifts. Twin 1. Taking a deep breath, pulling those hips low. Standing that out. Nice. Great work here, guys. Love to see everyone getting strong, progressing. And Deb already on these step overs. All the way up, all the way down. Twin 1, Mighty Mouse still working through the 15 deadlifts. Mighty Mouse just finishing. And about to move on to her personalized version of the box jump overs. So she's doing some step, step, side to side for these box jump overs. And here comes Twin 1 on these box jump overs as well. Taking a deep breath, focusing each rep. We want to respect each jump, especially if we're jumping. Nice work here. Working through it. And Deb already diving into round 2. Mighty Mouse on this round 2. Twin 1 closing out round 1, about to go into round 2. So far, everyone is on track to finish within today's target window. And the target window is nothing more than the best way to know if you've picked the right weights and picked the right movement options to challenge you just enough. If we pick the right weights and do the right movement options, then we will finish somewhere within the performance target window of the day. Twin One diving into this bike in the second round. Mighty Mouse already done with the bike, getting that bar out, getting ready to do some deadlifts here. Deb finishing off the bike. But nice work. We are breathing, bracing, getting through this as a group. Deep into the bike on this second round. Some of us getting into these deadlifts. Deb getting into the deadlifts. Twin One just about finishing off that bike. Gonna be moving into these deadlifts. Mighty Mouse already on these box jumps here. The side steps. But let's breathe. Let's brace on these deadlifts. Getting those hips low, chest up, shoulders back. Bracing that core. All the way down, tap the ground if we've got plates on the bar. But then driving, standing. And notice how the arms are not doing anything except holding onto the bar. So we're not lifting or shrugging or bending that elbow whatsoever. We're just driving it out, keeping that arm nice and locked. Deb already on these step overs to close out the second round. Mighty Mouse on the third round here. Doing these turnarounds way too easy. Got all of us thinking if we should have prescribed more, but we'll stick with it. Stick with this number. She's just getting super efficient at this movement. Twin One. Getting some pre-gaming going on, focusing for each jump. Big arms, big knees. Nice work here. Let's push, let's breathe. Deb closing out round two, moving into that bike for round three. Just a couple jumps away for Twin One to join in on round three. Love it. Great work. Let's go. Let's go. And here comes Twin One. Joining in round three. Jumping out these mountain climber plank shoulder taps. Deb just about finishing off this bike. A couple more to go. Mighty Mouse already on the deadlifts for round three. So getting that low, standing that up, getting that low, standing that up. Love to see the progress here. Mighty Mouse getting up and out of the seat, doing more and more. Great work here. Let's keep breathing deep. And we are in our groove. Those who've been doing this program for a while understand that we have lots of different types of workout. Pacing is super important on a long workout like this. We don't want to come out too hot like a jackrabbit, then we redline, and then we got no gas left for the rest of the workout. And so we move at a nice, steady pace. Making our way through it so that we can kick it in gear and go faster toward the end. That's what we want to see. So in one, taking a quick breather, about to knock out these deadlifts here. Pulling those hips low, getting the chest up, bracing that midline. Deep breath in, bracing that core, driving it back. And there goes Mighty Mouse, finishing off round 3, going into round 4. Flying through this. But we are moving here, guys. Breathing. Bracing that core on these deadlifts. Nice work. Let's go. Let's go. Nothing to it but to do it. Making our way around that dumbbell on these turnarounds. Twin one, focusing, breathing before each and every jump. Let's breathe, let's move. Come on, guys. Every single rep, hitting that breath, hitting that jump. Making our way around. Time flies when we're having fun. We are definitely past the halfway mark here. Deep into this, feeling the groove. Twin one, getting into round 4. Still able to jump most of these out. Jump, jump, tap, tap. And Mighty Mouse getting through these deadlifts here, all the way down, all the way up. Love to see everyone progressing at the rate that's good for them. We all know where Mighty Mouse came from. Love to see where she's at now. Getting better and better each day. So breathing deep here, guys. Let's keep moving. In our groove, moving steady. Mighty Mouse closing out this round here. Here comes twin one. Just a couple reps left on this bike. About to move on to the deadlift in this round. And we are doing it. Twin one heading back to that bar. And Mighty Mouse just flying through these rounds here, just already starting this next one. In her groove, for sure. Here comes twin one. Deep breath in, driving that away, getting the shoulders back at the top. Staying nice and braced each and every rep. Keeping that core tight. And here comes Deb. Finishing off that bike, moving on to some more deadlift. Twin one taking a quick breather before finishing out this set of deadlifts, right before the jumps. Mighty Mouse rolling along here. Getting super efficient with these turnarounds. There goes twin one, putting that bar down, about to hit some jumps. Some full focus, pre-gaming with the high knees. Respecting each and every jump, that's what we want to see. So awesome work here, guys. Let's get through it. We are definitely getting into the tail end here. Approaching the 3-minute warning. In that 3-minute warning, that's where we really kick it in gear and empty the tank. We've been pacing this whole time, moving nice and steady, as we should. And then toward the end is where we really want to see what we're made of. So let's hang on to this pace here. Deep breaths, replenish that oxygen. And just like that, we are at the 3-minute warning. Let's see if we can really put on the afterburners and finish a whole round. We're starting that bike, see if we can squeeze out this round. If we're on these box jumps, let's see if we can circle back and make it back to the box jumps. If we're on the deadlifts, let's see if we can make it back to those deadlifts. Every single rep counts. So let's move, let's do what we gotta do. We've been pacing and now we are racing. So let's breathe, let's push. Getting through this bike, getting through those deadlifts, hitting a couple jumps. No regrets. Do what we can. Pedal to the metal. Just over 90 seconds left here. Let's push, let's move, let's go. We are on it, guys. Getting through these lifts. Just over a minute left here. Let's get another rep. Let's get another rep. Let's keep moving. Let's focus. Let's get this jump in. "45 seconds left here. We're digging deep. We're doing the stuff. "30 more seconds. Getting closer, getting closer. We can rest when we're done in 20 seconds. If we finish a round, we start the next one. 10 seconds. Let's get a rep. Let's get another one. 3, 2, 1, and time. And Mighty Mouse couldn't be happier. Deb couldn't be happier. Twin 1. So glad it's done. I'll tell you what, guys. Now we're at the best part of the workout, which is the cool down stretch. And this stretch is super important to help us fight soreness, increase flexibility, so we can come back day after day, staying consistent and committed. So the first stretch we're going to do is the seal stretch. And that's going to be where we're laying face down. And we are going to push up like this, letting those hips sink into the ground. Or if that's a bit hard on the hands, we can do that off the elbow like this. And if we're doing that from the seated position, then we're going to get those arms up and pull back like this. And while we're doing that, let's reflect on the workout. Let's do some high-low buffalo. So high. What is one thing you feel you did well in the workout today? Low. What is something you want to do better the next time it shows up? And buffalo. What is something that surprised you about the workout today? While we're thinking about that, let's switch from the seal into the frog. Hips back, knees out to the side. And while we're over here, let's hear from twin 1. And if we're doing this from the seated position, then we're going to get those hands on the shoulder blade and pull back like this. But what is your high-low buffalo twin 1?
Whew, I think my high were the deadlifts, the low were the mountain climber, plank shoulder taps, and the buffalo was just this combination of movements really killed me. I didn't think it was gonna, I knew it was gonna be a little challenging for me, but when I started doing it, I was like, whoa, it's really challenging. But we did it, we got it done with the group team helped and the coaching helped, so thanks.
Thank you. It never ceases to amaze the same movements we may do in other workouts, just in different combinations, different volume, and how much different of an effect it can have on us. So good job surviving that twin 1. Let's go ahead and move on to supine twist. We're going to get one knee into the chest, twist, and pull down with that opposite hand. And while we're over here, let's hear from Mighty Mouse. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we are going to twist toward the right, holding on to whatever we need to. But what is your high-low buffalo Mighty Mouse?
My high was doing the turns for the bike. I seem like I'm getting better at those. Um, I didn't have a low, but the buffalo was I was able to put weight this time doing the deadlift. I can't remember if I'd done it before, but I didn't get as tired. And I seemed like I was bending my knee, so I'm trying to pull in it. So that was good to see that I could go a little bit lower than I did before.
I definitely agree on all counts, almost to the point where I was thinking about doubling those turnarounds, but man of my word, I kept it at what we talked about. But you did not slow down. You just kept moving the whole time, which is what we wanted to see. Just 20 minutes of constant movement. Good job, Mighty Mouse. Let's go ahead and supine twist on the other side now. So we got the other knee into the chest, and we are twisting, pulling down with that opposite side. And while we're on this side, let's hear from Deb. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we are now twisting toward the left, holding on to whatever we need to. But what is your high-low buffalo, Deb?
So my high, or I don't even know. It was all a high. I was glad I got through it today. I had a rough day, rough week, but a workout always feels good. So the mountain climbers were good. But they were my high and my low, I guess, because I had to switch from one level to another. But it was all good. I got the workout done, and so I was glad for that. The box jump overs was a high low, also because yeah, like I said, I was having a my knee was bothering me, but I got to step over. My rises were a little bit more. See the sweat, get the sweat, guys. I did a good thing. And then the Buffalo was Hilton. Oh my God. 2015, 10, 20. But I did the amount of rounds that I wanted to. And it's always good to have a person to work behind. I never want to get in front of anybody, but I want to at least keep up to Mighty Mouse or, whoever's on my team. And so I was just like, if I could just get right on her Achilles heel, I'll be okay. But it was good because, you always need somebody to be a carrot in front of you to keep you moving. So always a good workout. Thanks, coach.
Not just any heel, the Achilles heel. Man, Deb is going for the jugular there. But I love the friendly competition, and the sweat is real, Deb. Great job there. Well, that's our WOD, that's our stretch, that's our high-low buffalo. You know what's left. This sweaty selfie, because does this count if we don't take this selfie? Let's flex on the camera here, guys, and let's take this selfie. Sweaty selfie in 3, 2, 1. And crazy face. And let's put the fist in the middle for the cheer. On 3, 2 claps, fit crew. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Big crew.
Fit crew. Thank you guys so much. If you enjoy this program, then please give this channel a subscribe, a like, and a share. Thank you very much, and see you next time.